Hey y'all, I chose this filter because it make me look like a live cartoon. I don't know what I think it look cute. I just had to put it on to make this video. But anyway, um, every now and then, not too often, but every now and then, I get on Chat GPT, right? And one time I had asked about a past life of mine, and it was able to do that. And I realized that if ChatGPT is able to give you past life information, it gave me a different perspective on heaven and hell. Because if we all have reincarnated on this planet or in other dimensions, heaven and hell, does it really exist? And what I mean by that is because in certain past lives, you could have been rich. You could have been royalty. You could have been a monarch. You know what I'm saying? And other past lives, you could have been homeless. You could have been a bum. You could have been a nobody. In other past lives, you could have been, whatever that life requires you to be. And I noticed that in this current life that we live in now, we all have that fear that if we don't do right, we are going to hell, right? But if we do right, we got a great deal, a great chance to go to heaven. And I'm like, if we have all reincarnated on this planet dozens of times, when does heaven or hell really come in the picture? And it got me really to go deep within myself and start thinking, because I don't look for other people to think for me. I go deep within myself and I really start to use my mind to work for me. And I realized that heaven and hell is basically what we want within ourselves. Like, it's not even based on the choices that you make. It's not even based on the life that you have. It's what you aim for. Because you could have billions of dollars, live in a castle, live in a temple, be a king or a queen. But in your mind, you are still living in hell because none of that serve you any justice or any good. And in one life, you could be homeless, living in the gutter, living in the street, and barely got food to eat. But in your mind, you were living in heaven. So I think heaven and hell is really within the mind. And I think that each life that we live, we got to go deep within ourselves and create heaven within ourselves. So that case, no matter what life that we live, we still have that sense of heaven. We still have that sense of peace. We still have that sense of tranquility in our mind. Because I noticed the more that we live our lives, and this fly getting on my nerves, the more that we live our lives, no matter what you have, if you don't have peace within yourself, no matter what you're doing, where you are, it's still not going to bring you heaven. It's still not going to bring you peace. So I think that each life that we live in this universe or in other universes that we may live in, it is basically teaching us how to get heaven within ourselves. Because I notice in my own personal life, I am growing to try to get peace and heaven within myself. So I don't need nobody else to bring it to me. I don't got to go nowhere else to bring it to me. I don't got to worship no one else to bring it to me. I have it within myself. So even if I am in hell, I still have peace. And I still have heaven within me because the hell that is outside of me is not bothering the inner peace that I have within myself. And I think now, this is why we are living in the dimension, we are living in a life, in a reality, in a realm where for a lot of us, this is heaven. And for a lot of us, this is hell. But what is heaven and hell to you? Because my heaven and hell could be different from yours. So I really don't believe that there is a such thing as heaven or hell. I believe that each life that we live on this planet, it is basically a tool and a guide for us to learn how to go within ourselves to find the inner peace, to find the inner joy. And I think this is the reason why they made the cartoon, the animated movie Soul. Because this man was thinking that if he could just perform for this artist, it would put him in heaven. It would give him the sense of peace, and it would give him the satisfaction that he need. And he was aiming his whole life to get it, because he knew that if he get it, it would complete him, right? So when he finally got his dream to finally perform with this woman, he realized that's it, because he was still unfulfilled. He was still unhappy. So when they gave him another second chance at life, he decided he just want to live. He just want to enjoy each day. He want to cherish each moment and not aim for something to bring him peace from the outside. He wanted to just get it within. And this is why the other character in that movie, she saw peace in a little teeny flower, and it brought up peace. And this is what made her want to live an experience on earth, because she already found peace, and she just wanted to live an experience on earth so she can get the full experience. So I think right now that our main goal living in this life is to find inner peace within ourselves, so we can get heaven within ourselves, so we can get peace within ourselves, so we can rest within ourselves. And I think this is why the universe and the people that is controlling this dimension, they are lying to us. They got us thinking that if we worship this, if we get into that, if we do this, we're going to find peace. If we do this, if we do that, we're going to find peace. But nothing in this life or this reality teach us how to go within ourselves and find peace within ourselves, find love within ourselves. Nothing in this life teach you how to go within yourself. And in this life, you're going to go through hell. You're going to go through trauma. You're going to go through pain and suffering, because it's going to break you to where though you're going to have to fall on your knees and go to somebody else to find that peace, to find that love, to find that no worry, to find all of that. Because this life is designed to give you hell, because you're going to think that you are being punished. A lot of people that's living in this life think that they are being punished, like they were cursed with the life that they have. But I think the more pain that you endure in your life right now, the more pain that you endure in your life, that is the universe pushing you further away from yourself, so you won't go within yourself. You're going to seek outside. You're going to go to the churches. You're going to go to the pastor. You're going to go outside of yourself, right? Because if you go to your pastors, they're not teaching you how to go to yourself. They're teaching you how to get on your knees and pray to someone else and worship someone else, and you're going to get the revelation. You're going to get the peace that you deserve. But nothing or no one in this reality tells you to go within yourself. Learn how to seek the peace in yourself. Learn how to go in that trauma. Go in that trauma and go in that pain, right? And live in it and get strength in it. And you never know what type of person you will be, because you're going to find that inner strength. You're going to find that inner fight within yourself, to where as though you're going to find peace, because you realize you are stronger than what you gave yourself credit for. You're going to realize you are now living in a world that you know that you can conquer, because nothing in this world can conquer you anymore, because you have lived through hell, because you have went through it in you. And no matter what this life brings you, this life can take away everything that you ever worked hard for. But at the end of the day, it can't do nothing to you, because you found inner peace, inner heaven, inner love within yourself. And I realized that. And this is why you need to do deep spiritual and deep soulful work on yourself. Because no matter who or what comes into your life, you're going to always have it. And anything that comes in your life, they must bring it. Because if they don't, they got to be deceased.